until it shows up on the left side? Or is it on that?
No, it's on the right side. Right side is live view.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So thank you everybody for coming. This is the February 20th membership meeting of 2024. Anybody that's joined virtually, please mute your mic. Also, please, everybody in the room, please watch crosstalk, because as you guys talk, they can't hear anything but a bunch of noise. Head count, I think we'll start doing this later. For now, we'll just take an actual head count from you guys, but we're trying to do with all tracking on pretty much everything, because that's when we go to try and get other sources of income. They want all kinds of metrics, and head count would be one of them. So if we could get people to start signing in when you come to meetings, you can do so on the tablets, which we'll have set up better other places, or just go to l.familab.org/sign-in, and then there's a whole form to fill out. So, all right. So financial updates, membership changes. Do we have a number for members?
I
Hey.
need to double check it, but I think 100.
Okay.
We've been fluctuating.
Yeah, I think we've been kind of bouncing here and there for just like a couple though. I don't think we've lost too many or gained too many. I think it's just kind of because we lost some because of the move and the change in the whole situation here. We lost a few, but then we've also gained a few back. In fact, we had a few members, quite a few members actually potential members showing up to the open house and other various open events. So we are still negative 560 this month. However, there has been additional donations and the sale of some of the stuff that we're getting rid of. That's kind of, most of that's being spread out. Well, I think the sale of the move stuff is going to wait until the end of the move, Lily?
Yes.
Okay. And then, but we did get additional donations. We had a $2,000 donation from one member. We had a few other various donations, and those were kind of, because we don't want to offset the monthly, those are kind of spread out throughout the year so that we can see an accurate number. So yeah, we are still negative 560, but we'll hopefully see that change soon. Or we definitely will see that change soon. So yeah, the additional donations, $100 for laser, other donations. We've also sold a few things, some parts to the old CNC, wood CNC machine, and a few other various things here and there.
Question: are we going to have or any overlap rent?
Yes. So we are, the month of March is overlap. We could not really avoid that because the new landlord wanted us to start in March, and getting out before March 1st was impossible. So so yeah, we do have an overlap, 1 month overlap in March, which isn't too big of a deal considering we signed the agreement with the landlords to get the 8,500, as long as we can get everything out of here other than the big machines that require rigor. I think that's about it for the financial updates. I'm trying to run through this a lot quicker because I don't think we really need to make the membership meetings very interactive as much. I think it just needs to be more informational. We have Slack for interaction, and that gives us more time to get you a better answer. So membership meetings are more for information and voting. So we're going to kind of try and move to that format a little bit more, but we will at the end have open discussion still for us to talk about things. I just want to breeze through the regular information first. So moving on, general updates, the board of directors. We still need more board members. However, we do have enough nominations now for our legal limit. However, we would like to see 7, because traditionally we've had 7 or have tried to keep 7. And there's, because the board members also act as the operations people, there's a lot to do. So spread that across 3 people, it sucks. Spread it across 7, it kind of sucks. So no, I'm just kidding. Spread across 7, it's not bad. And spread across 3 people, it is a lot of work. So So yeah, if we can get people to do that, if people still want to, nominate themselves or somebody else, feel free to reach out to a board member. The current nominations right now are myself, Johan, and Dana Webb. Um, that's the minimum that we need, but we could
Hey,
use
Adam, just a quick side note. Before you nominate someone, please ask them.
it. So, yeah, I guess I should have said that. What I was gonna say, or what I should have said was, if somebody tells me they're nominating somebody, I'm gonna go to that person and ask them before I post it anywhere anyway. But yeah, you might want to ask them just to see if they actually want to do the job. So. Usually if you're nominating somebody else, it might be something like, hey, I noticed so and so is doing a lot of work. Have you talked to them about maybe being on board? I doubt somebody's really going to be like, oh, use this person, because that would be kind of dick move.
And just mention that because, yes,
Because you don't want to get nominated? Because I nominate you.
I know it's been tried a few times.
I'll second that nomination.
Overruled.
All right. So here's the thing, though. The vote is going to only take place if we have enough nominations. So if there's not enough nominations, there's really no point to vote because we have to legally have these three in place at least.
So there will be a vote if there are more nominees than there are positions.
Right. And at the moment, there's 7. So we need at least 4 more to fill, 5 more to actually have a vote. So I just want everybody that to be clear. One thing I do want to say though is if you don't agree with the way the board is running things, like some people may not agree with that. Some people may still want to vote or whatever they want their say because it is member run. If that's the case, you should join the board and make the actions because that's really the only way to change things is to actually make the change yourself. At this point, we need more people. That's just bottom line. So I don't want to sound like a jerk, but that's just how it is. The other thing is that, and according to the bylaws, members can request a vote to kick out a board member or to make changes to whatever. So, if you have something that you absolutely think needs to change, get together with other members, suggest or ask us for a meeting. We'll set up the meeting. No hard feelings at all. I would rather see people come together and kick me out than to, just quit and leave. So, with that said, new board also equals new changes. I have a whole bunch of ideas, and I have some that I'm going to run across other board members and whatnot. If we can't get votes, like, we had a call to action for people to come out to vote, and that was the first time we had quorum in forever. If we can't get quorum, the board's going to take action and do the stuff ourselves. Some of that can be reversed, or actually all of it can be reversed by the members on the vote. So we're not really doing anything wrong. Just keep that in mind. Obviously, those changes will be brought to the members as well too before we really make them public. House cleaning and moving. Thank you so much to everybody that's come out on the weekends. There's been a few that have been here every weekend at least one day, and then there's been some that just randomly come out. I greatly appreciate that. I know that some people are trying to do stuff during the week as well. We have the list up on the dry erase board over there for the things that anybody can do at any time. So if you come in on a weekday or weeknight or 4 a.m. whatever you want to do, there's a list right there for you to do some stuff. If you have questions about it, I know like there was one thing about downsize the books or downsize the entertainment center before. Those are now done, but we have a lot of questions of what do I keep, what do I don't. So reach out to us and we'll kind of give you direction. But kind of at this point, if it looks like clutter, it needs to go because we just don't have the room to keep clutter anymore.
But one comment on that though is before anything actually goes in the trash, it really does need to make that pause for a little bit at purge, so people have a chance to say, hey, that was mine, I need to grab it.
I partially agree with that, but I also know that we've been pushing this for a long time. So if you don't know that you have stuff here, you need to come by and take a look around. because we don't have time to leave things on purge forever. So yes, some of it will go to purge. Some of it, if it looks like junk, it may just go. But if it sits on purge, it's only going to sit there for a week, maybe less.
A week is
So-
enough time for people who just can't get out that same day.
It could be, but it also isn't. It takes up a lot of room for us trying to move stuff out. So, I mean, we have a lot more stuff here than what's going to go. So that purge is filled up every weekend. We throw out what's not there, and then we fill it up again, and then we still have a backlog of stuff that basically needs to go in the purge. So we really need to be more diligent about that. If you have something here and you know it's still here and you haven't been told whether or not it's going to the new place, you need to reach out to somebody or you need to come out and take it, because it's a high probability that it will be given away, donated, or thrown out. We just, sorry, dick move, but we just don't have the time. We don't have the manpower to be doing this. I mean, we got 15 people or so past couple weekends, and we're running them ragged. And half the time, I'm walking around answering questions of if we should keep it, if we don't, if it's sitting in purge, if it's not, then we got to look up whose it is. It's not. It's very time consuming. We can't keep doing this. With that said, the plan right now is to be 80% operational by second weekend of March, right, Lily?
What? Yeah.
Is it second weekend? So by the second weekend of
Yes.
March, we're hoping to be 80% operational at the new space. This is going to be pretty hard work towards, but I think it's a solid goal based off of our turnout for the cleanup so far. If we start losing people during cleanup, then that may not be the case. So keep helping as much as you can. Workshops, open houses, and etc. That's all being suspended for this month. We may, if we are operational in this, enough in the second week of March, we may start stuff. That might be a little bit more last minute, but at least we'll get them started back up. But for now, it's better for us just to cancel them, because people walking around now for open house, there's half the stuff's not even usable. Like that whole back wall back there it pretty much doesn't have power. So
Can I make
we're
a suggestion?
extremely limited.
Can I make a suggestion for an event tentatively early April?
If it's a yearly meeting or a grand opening, no, because those are already on there.
Perfect.
Had me in the first half.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have grand opening on it. Okay.
Well, then we need something on there.
Well, I meant on this. We already have a plan for grand opening.
Good.
We'll get there. Membership numbers. This is the same thing that was on there last month. We've had a lot more interest, which is awesome. Especially at the open house, or honestly, I've seen people just showing up during the Tuesday social nights thinking it's open house. So one thing we're thinking about doing is having another open house schedule on the actual schedule, for two reasons. One, so that we don't have to mess with our current flyers, because our old flyers have the first Tuesday of the month. Our new flyers have second Tuesday, or however it works. Third Tuesday. Anyway, the point is, I think we are going to have another open house. So just keep an eye out for that after we get in the new space. We may or may not do that. But yeah, just keep telling everybody. If you use social media, I know not a lot of us do, but if you do use social media and you're doing something here, or you're working on something here, or even just 3D printing something at home, post on social media and kind of mention us. See if you can get other people around, even if it's not your friends that necessarily do it. Their friends or their friends of friends may. So you'll see. What's up?
Since we're on the subject, I am a random person who showed up looking to become a member.
Okay. All right.
Also, that's the next section on the.
Okay, cool.
on the
What was your name?
Chris.
agenda.
Burke?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to you.
Cool.
So again, I want to thank our sponsors. Elegoo and Wham Bam are our most recent sponsors. They, if you don't know already, they gave us, Elegoo gave us a 3D printer. Wham Bam gave us some, what are those called? Slap mats. They're really good for like gluing things up, things like that. They also gave us some build plates for the 3D printers, and they seem to work pretty good. So. But going back to social media, again, I know it's hard. It's hard here. We don't have a whole lot going on here. But you know, if you do happen to be here making something, post it in the Slack room, or if you've made stuff previously and you just haven't taken a picture of it, post in the Slack channel I made this so that we can get it posted on the social media. I would like our social media to not lapse so much while we're doing this transition. I would still like to kind of keep advertising, just with a disclaimer that we're not doing open houses anytime or right now. I'm going to jump to the upcoming events first, then we'll go back to open discussion. So the member meeting is March 11th. The next board meeting is March 19th. That's backwards, maybe. Isn't the board meeting before the member meeting?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I believe I have those backwards. Anyway, the yearly meeting, we're going to move to April 16th because normally it's in March, but this is a mess to do a yearly meeting in. So April 16th is going to be our yearly meeting. It's also going to be where we're going to vote if we are going to vote. So there you go. So yeah, the board meeting is on the 11th and the member meeting is on the 19th. Lab cleanup is still every Saturday and Sunday, Saturday at 3 p.m., Sunday at noon. Social night is every Tuesday night. I think we're still doing those regardless, just because, you know, people are here. But again, if you can't make the weekend for the cleanup, there's always a list there, and you could always ask in lab ops and management. Let's go to open discussion, and then we'll do the member introductions. So does anybody have anything that they want to discuss, or a show and tell, or anything like that?
We moved half the lab.
Yeah, we
Can we
did.
show and tell that?
That'll be after the meeting. We'll do the field trip.
Kristen has raised her hand.
Go ahead, Kristen.
Muted.
You might be muted as well.
Yeah, you need to unmute yourself if you're muted.
Soon as the messenger picture.
Yeah, some smoke signals.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, hey, did it work?
There we go.
Hooray!
Hey, did I miss hearing the date of the open house slash party of the new place, or is that yet to be determined in April?
So the yearly meeting's the 16th of April, but we do want to have a grand opening.
Yeah, that's right.
We can have a get together party before that. The grand opening, I think, is going to be more, not so much for us as much as we want to do like a public facing grand opening. But for us, we could make it the yearly. We can have a party during the yearly. I don't see that being a problem.
Having a grand opening aimed at the public would be awesome. Like the massive open house of all open houses, put a barbecue out, have free hot dogs, balloons up,
Yep.
get people's attention. So I didn't know if that was already a date or if it's still kind of being brainstormed.
It's more of just an idea now. It's still being brainstormed. It is definitely something we want to do in May. It's just we got to pick
May,
a date.
okay.
Yeah, we got to pick a date, and then we have to organize everything.
And we have to finish moving first.
Well, we'll be done in March.
Doi.
Yeah, there's a difference between physically moved and unpacked and operational.
Look, you're not here on the weekends. You don't see what's happening. We got
No,
this.
I
I had to call you out, man. Sorry.
Girl,
From an advertising perspective, though, if we have at least a month ahead of time of knowing that date, so that we can just start pumping the advertising through socials, through word of mouth for that massive open house grand opening party, that would be superb.
I've got a
I'm done.
perfect date recommendation.
That's why, hold on. That's why I suggested May, is because that gives us, we have all of March that will even still be here. Technically, we still have this until the end of March, even though we're trying to get out before then. And then we still have April to, like Brian said, unpack and get everything prettied up and, looking good. But what's the date?
Sounds
The first-
good.
The first Saturday of May is May the 4th.
Oh,
That's a nerdy relevant date.
that
Yes,
is.
but we may lose people to like
That's
Disney
not so
events and
Oh,
stuff.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Disney.
then May the 11th it is.
May the 11th would probably work because the 12th is Mother's Day.
I would recommend a Saturday just so it's not a
Yeah,
after work
yeah,
people
definitely.
trying to get here.
May 11th is right before Mother's Day. Why not just include and make something for your mom?
It worked too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now we're thinking,
Yeah.
okay, we could do like a
So
little
we
shop.
now have a
before.
tentative date of May 11th.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll work on that. Let's talk about that in Slack. And in the outreach meeting, if you join the outreach meeting, we'll talk about it then. But okay, so anything else? Discussions or show and tells?
I have a quick point of discussion. I know that I've talked with both Adam and Lily about it. If you still want to help on the weekends or any other day, but are physically unable to like lift and move a bunch of things or walk a bunch, there are a good number of tasks both at this space and the other that involve like cleaning style tasks, whether it's cleaning the windows and the windowsills or wiping down surfaces and counters. And when I say that, I mean like cleaning the windows at the new space because it was unoccupied for a while and there's a film on them that is not intended to be a film, that just they just need a little, there is a tint film, don't remove that, but there's a film of dirt as well that just things that need a little bit of
Just extra.
TLC.
It blocks more light.
Sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
But yeah, so there's that, and then there's also as we get closer to being moved out of certain rooms in this space, obviously we need to do a little bit of cleanup before we leave to make sure that we off our current landlords and do get all of our money back as we go. So and I'm not talking about hands on the floor scrubbing the floor kind of stuff, but a gentle dusting and wipe down of horizontal surfaces would be nice.
Yes, correct. Agreed to all of the above.
That's it.
Yeah, even. Go ahead.
I said that's it. I was just mentioning that because I know that some people have certain physical limitations that they feel prohibit them from helping out in the move. And even if that's too much, we do have some tasks for sorting of smaller items or like going through, like this weekend we had somebody go through the books, and we've got a lot of smaller items like that there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done that is a seated kind of job. And so if you're interested, you can reach out privately or publicly and we can try to find some way for you to help. So don't feel like it's only for people who are able to move a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, anybody can help. We'll find a job for you.
And even showing up is a good morale booster because it feels like there are more people.
420.
Okay, so
Introductions.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I think I'm good. Anybody else? No show and tells or anything this week? I hear we have a new door system almost. You did already talk about it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm currently writing up a little bit of a like phase 0, 1, 2, the etc. of what exactly we need for like absolute minimum functionality up to like what is base functionality expected, then like how does it get better, that kind of thing, for how quickly we can get this rolled out, at least to get people access, even if it's not the most bestest way to get it working.
Yeah,
for right now.
Yeah, I actually meant to get back with you. I got some more information. Dave Woods talked to our new landlord, and he talked to his locksmith today and got a lot of that started. Basically, I'm going to meet the locksmith on Friday, so we'll I'll get with you on it. But yeah, we're getting close to having the hardware in place, and then the rest is all you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Maybe maybe in a few weeks we'll be able to give a better show and tell of, hey, here's an actual whole thing put together and working. Look at it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, sounds good.
It'll even light up when you tap your card now. that sort of little things are coming.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in the new members' introductions. Chris?
I guess since I started, I'll go first. My name is Chris. I'm a Linux systems administrator by day, and at night I do volunteer firefighting. I'm interested in pretty much anything CNC, metalworking, a little bit of woodworking here and there, dabble a little with electronics, kind of just everything. So I'm looking to come and play with you guys.
So what's the first project you think you'll finish?
That's a tough one.
That's why I didn't say first project. I said first project finished.
I can tell you the last project I'll finish. Got an international scout in my garage. I've had torn apart for about close to 10 years now. And that's still a long way away.
Yeah. Do you know how to weld?
Yeah.
Okay, I might require some services because Gio's gone for the next couple days.
So what would you like to teach us, and what can we learn from you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how familiar everybody is with Linux. I assume probably pretty familiar with this crowd, so probably not too much I can teach anybody there. I generally work on anything that's got an engine in it. So we want to do engine repair, anything cars, boats, motorcycles. I've touched and worked on them all in some capacity or the other. So anything like that would be good for me. And what you guys definitely teach me is I have a baseline understanding of like CNC machines. However, I've never actually worked with one, so I'd really like to learn that and make some cool stuff.
Cool. Are there any hangouts or classes that you're interested in doing or joining while you're here?
I looked at the calendar briefly. I saw that there was a woodworking class. That was pretty interesting. To mess with the CNC router there. That'd be fun. Honestly, pretty much anything. Like the 3D printer class would be good. I'd like to get in there as well. Can't remember any of the other classes on hand. I don't remember too many because of the move.
Yeah. Plus, we're trying to get more members. We're trying to get more members to host more too. So
yeah.
I was doing a Linux user group for a little while, and then like it was basically just me. I think Kyle showed up once, and that was kind of it. Lily was always here, but that's just Lily. But yeah, so I might start that up again if we can find more interest in Linux. But all right, cool.
You have a co-host.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another member. I will butcher this name, so I'm gonna let Lily pronounce it.
What? I don't.
See, what am I gonna do when you're
Odalis?
Odalis Sanchez, are they here? Might be remote. I think they said they were gonna be remote. You don't see them on there.
I do not see them.
Who are the 7 others?
Okay, someone make up the story.
Are
I
you
know
a
they were
member?
having, they were having some.
No.
Well, not you, Cooper. I know you are.
Oh,
Cooper.
right. You are a new member, right? Because
Yeah.
last week was your first week.
I'm actually still looking to
to sign the paperwork, I was told.
It's on time.
Oh,
Yeah, you go to
this
the
week.
webpage.
That's my bad. I
That's
guess I-
okay.
I might not have fully listened to you.
Get
That's,
out. No, it's okay.
What was your name?
Alejandro.
Alejandro?
And
What's the
then
last
you
name?
can still introduce if
Yeah.
you're gonna submit the
Last
paperwork
name's
right after.
Lopez. Yeah, I haven't signed anything.
That's fine. If you want to introduce yourself now, you can. That's fine.
Sure. Hi, my name is Alejandro. I do experience research during the day. As far as things that like craft stuff that I played around with, I've done some light woodworking. I've played with leather a little bit. I'd like to get into metalwork. I've done some like just some like drill and bolt stuff. No welding, but that would be cool to get into. The 3D printing, I've done that a few times. I don't have my own machine, but I've done some 3D modeling in some different programs, and I've done some printing, but I don't know like the maintenance and stuff that goes into a machine.
Right.
It's usually been somebody else's. So I'd like to get a little bit more familiar with that. The laser cutter looked real cool. I was told by someone that learning that will help me understand the CNC router in wood shop a little better. So that's pretty interesting. I've been doing a lot of drone stuff lately. I just picked up this DJI FPV drone that I'm a huge fan of. So I'd like to find some stuff to do with that. I've been contemplating like printing maybe a light kit for that so I can fly it at night.
Oh yeah, you were
And-
talking about that the other day. at the
Yeah,
last
find
meeting. Yeah.
find some things to do with that. I'm currently studying for my my commercial license with the FAA, so I can do even more things with it because I'm having a lot of fun with that.
Somebody told me that was really cool. You had to read like actual charts of that actual pilots use, even though you're just drone flying.
Yeah,
It's still like very pilot like
Yeah.
when it comes to the training on it.
Then you could fly a Predator.
I mean, could, wouldn't want to, but probably could.
Don't strike us, please.
No. I'd like to, there are a number of potential like business, like lines of business that you can get into.
We could, maybe ground crew, you could, FPL actually have drones photograph poles or poles inspection.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poles, inspections for like houses and other buildings and stuff, bridges.
Yeah, the person I was talking to did it for a roofing company. She would use the drone to inspect the
Yeah.
roofs.
Yep, that's definitely one. All the real estate in the area, they've been clamoring for, like drone shots of things so you have a better view of like the residences and how they situated in the neighborhood.
The CIA.
Yeah, clandestine
Who do you really work
operations.
for?
I don't know that I want to get into all that, but all the other stuff, I take every opportunity I can to fly that. Be willing to, take some shots of the grand opening whenever that
There you
happens.
go.
If there's not somebody else who's,
Yeah.
wants to bring a drone to the party.
I might bring
You
mine
can show
too,
off
but just for fun. It's the mini,
Okay.
the Mavic Mini,
Yeah,
and not the Mini 2, it's the older one. So
got it.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been looking around to see if they have like races around here, like drone races, because I think that'd be fun. I was
Get the point of view goggles and all.
got them.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
got
FPV.
it.
Yeah, that's FPV stuff. That's insane stuff.
Instead of like such fast reaction time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I took it to I've been taking it to parks recently and like racing between like light posts and
Nice.
like rings around trees and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. But
You're a Jedi, aren't you?
well, I think I'm probably a little bit more Sith than Jedi, but the Force either way.
Yeah, exactly. You're Anakin. You'd be a Potter.
I would love that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Alejandro.
All right. Anybody else? We have anybody else to introduce, or again, any open chat or anything? Kind of coming up on the time anyway.
Thank you for
Alright,
everything you do, Adam.
Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome.
You're doing great, I think.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, Adam. We appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, so that's it. I'm not gonna read through all the lame stuff at the bottom. It concludes the agenda for today. Thank you for everybody that came. We're gonna go tour the new space if you guys want to. It's empty pretty much. It just got some boxes and some racking in there. So it's nothing crazy, but at least you can see, what it's gonna look like rather than just the floor plan that we have. So
Don't touch the open electrical panels.
oh.
Darn it,
But
I
when I see
wanted
the-
excitement.
All right, well, I don't see any point to going now that Mike said that, but
That's where we were going.
Mike's
Right?
not here to
Why
sell
else
it.
would we go?
Don't be
Who
on
gives a short
the
straw?
All right, guys.
Don't know, can't
All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this concludes the meeting.
Let's switch it for 3 minutes.